Good to get your first run under Brumbies colours?
Yeah, definitely. It was a great experience. Unfortunate result, but good to get a bit of learning done and good to actually play some game time after a long pre-season.
Yeah, is there anything better than actually getting out on the field for you to kind of come up to speed with the 15-a-side game?
Not really. I mean, we can do as much fitness as we want here, but there's nothing like actually playing a game. I think the fitness has been tough, but getting on 5-10 minutes, you're struggling for breath and looking for a bit of a break. So yeah, nothing like game fitness.
Especially against the Tars, was it as physical as you guys were expecting?
I think everyone was a bit tired by the time I got on, luckily. But it was still always physical, and that's what you expect, the rivalry between ACT and New South Wales. So it was what you expect, and I think it's only going to get harder from here.
Coming down to Canberra, obviously looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I saw coming into the Brumbies as a big opportunity to learn firstly from guys like Pocock and Fardy. I was under no illusions that there's great competition down here, and that's what I wanted to be around, just to make myself a better player and start my 15s journey again.
Yeah, so you're a sevens player. Yeah, no regrets about sort of switching, given it's an Olympic year?
At the moment, no. You can ask me if they win a medal, I might have some regrets, but at the moment, no, I'm happy where I am and I'm committed to the Brumbies, and I've had a great time so far. The boys have been really welcoming, and it's a great group, and hopefully we can do great things this year.
So there's no thought if things don't work out here, do you go back to the sevens program, or what happens there?
I'm a pretty persistent sort of guy. I don't really want to up and quit. As long as the Brumbies will have me, I'd love to stay here and hopefully keep working. And I want to put pressure on the guys like Fardy and Pocock. Hopefully throughout the year I can get a bit more time. Hopefully get a Super Rugby debut. That'd be great. So yeah, pretty committed to the Brumbies at the moment.
And given I guess a bit of doubt over David Pocock, whether or not he's going to be here next year, I mean, it might be a chance for you to lay a bit of a platform.
Hopefully. I'm not really focusing on what the other guys are doing. I'm just trying to focus on doing my own work, getting back into the 15 swing of things. It's obviously quite different to sevens, and there's little things like how I'm carrying the ball, running the ball that I've got to adapt to, and we've done a lot of work, and hopefully I can continue to work on that.
How long since you played 15s?
So I played a bit of club rugby between sevens tournaments in about May last year. But yeah, so it's been about a bit under a year.
Did you get a chance to watch much of this stuff on the weekend in Sydney?
Yeah, I was watching a lot of the boys. I'm not sure if you saw Poe's Instagram, but we were all watching on the bus. We tuned in on the iPads, and I watched as much as I could. Obviously disappointing for the boys, but they had a great tournament to start with, and hopefully they can go from there.
Yeah, so I guess having been there, does it always spur you on a bit more being on home soil?
Yeah, definitely. I think you can see all the 3 tournaments so far in the sevens. I mean, South Africa won in South Africa, New Zealand won in New Zealand, and for the boys to get into the final was a great step, and hopefully they can go from there.
How do you see them progressing from here? Is this sort of, I guess, a launching pad for the sevens teams for the rest of the season towards Rio? Or?
I think it's a great start. Obviously, they've probably fielded the strongest team they've had so far in Sydney, and hopefully, with more guys getting experience, playing more tournaments, that they can keep building from there. I don't think it's a one-off. I expect to see them in more finals from here. They're a really talented bunch of guys, and hopefully the Super Rugby guys who are coming in, the Wallabies who are coming in like Quade, add more experience and a different dimension of skill. But the guys are doing really well in their own right.
So it's potentially a springboard to a medal, perhaps.
Let's hope so. I think everyone who's had experience with sevens or has watched any sevens is hoping that the boys do really well. They've definitely got the talent to do it, as we saw. I mean, they drew with an 8-man New Zealand team, and they only narrowly lost to the 7-man guys in the finals. So they've got great talent there, and they're only going to get better. Young team, so plenty of potential.
How have you seen Henry? How's he sort of slotted in?
Spate or Hutchinson?
Spate.
He came just as I was leaving. He slotted into the group of guys really well. Obviously, Henry's got a great personality. He fits in anywhere quite comfortably. I think he struggled at the start just learning a bit. Obviously, it is very different, but he'll do really well in sevens, as he has already done in 15s. He's a really talented player, and he'll go from there.
So what do you make of his weekend?
It was a bit up and down. I think he hurt his hammy in the final. It looked like he hurt his hammy. So hopefully it's not too bad, and he can come back here and train and play, because obviously he's a big part of the Brumbies as well. He went well, as everyone did. I mean, you don't make a final with weak links, so everyone went well.
Nice. And are you sort of hopeful of playing this Friday in Queensland?
Yeah, I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. I think Poe and Fards are coming back, so I'd love to play. I'd love a bit more game time, but we'll just see how the team gets announced.
And did I guess the try sort of help put your name in front of Bernie's eyes?
Oh, it might have helped if I had to do something for it. I think everyone else did all the hard work, and I just kind of fell over the line.
Very good.
Mate, quick question. Being down here at Brumbies, what was it like running out? Obviously, you grew up in Sydney, so what was it like running out against a lot of kind of guys that you grew up playing against and playing with?
I guess it's no different to playing club footy in Sydney. It was pretty much like playing a lot of the guys I've already played before, except just a slightly bigger occasion, being playing for a Super Rugby team for the first time. Yeah, it's much the same. I don't think the occasion was too great. I wasn't blowing it up to be more than it was. It was a trial match and it was my first hit out. So yeah, we went from there.
What was the feeling like when you did get that jersey and kind of you did get to play your first game in a Super Rugby jersey?
It was a bit surreal. I mean, obviously, as a kid, you always kind of dream of playing Super Rugby, and then you step through things and everything kind of comes more realistic. I can't say I thought about the jersey too much. I was more thinking about performance. I really wanted to do the jersey proud itself and do myself proud and do the team proud, because we've put in a lot of work, and to kind of go out and not play well is kind of the most frustrating thing, because either you have to wait a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and you kind of really got to take your opportunities, especially in such a strong team.
I guess you might have been thinking of a different colour jersey when you were growing up.
Initially, yeah, but I think everyone in rugby kind of realises that you'll go wherever they have you. And whilst I was a junior rugby fan for the Waratahs, as I grew older, I kind of just became a sports fan. So I kind of lost allegiance with every team, which is lucky now that I'm here. So I think I'm jumped on the Brumbies bandwagon, and I think I'll stay there for a while, hopefully.
Cool.